الله وبركاته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على خير المرسلين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. أما بعد، فإن أصدق الحديث كتاب الله، خير الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم، وشر الأمور محدثاتها، كل محدثة بدعة، كل بدعة ضلالة، كل ضلالة في النار. And here the fifth lecture, الدرس الخامس في شرح التحفة العراقية في الأعمال القلبية لشيخ الإسلام ابن تيمية. يقول المؤلف رحمه الله: فما دام يرى فعله حسنا وهو سيء في نفس الأمر فإنه لا يتوب، ولكن التوبة منه ممكنة واقعة بأن يهديه الله ويرشده حتى يتبين له الحق، كما هدى سبحانه وتعالى من هدى من الكفار والمنافقين وطوائف من أهل البدع والضلال وهذا يكون بأن يتبع من الحق ما علم، فمن عمل بما علم أورثه الله علم ما لم يعلم، كما قال تعالى: والذين اهتدوا زادهم هدى وآتاهم تقواهم. وقال تعالى: ولو أنهم فعلوا ما يوعظون به لكان خيرا لهم وأشد تثبيتا، وإذا لآتيناهم من لدنا أجرا عظيما ولهديناهم صراطا مستقيما. وقال تعالى: يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وآمنوا برسوله يؤتكم كفلين من رحمته ويجعل لكم نورا تمشون به ويغفر لكم والله غفور رحيم. وقال تعالى: الله ولي الذين آمنوا يخرجهم من الظلمات إلى النور. وقال تعالى: قد جاءكم من الله نور وكتاب مبين يهدي به الله من اتبع رضوانه سبل السلام ويخرجهم من الظلمات إلى النور بإذنه ويهديهم إلى صراط مستقيم. Last time we spoke about عقيدة أهل السنة والجماعة في صاحب الكبيرة المرتكب الذنب، وقلنا إنه ولي لله بقدر إيمانه وبقدر تقواه في قلبه. We spoke about the عقيدة of أهل السنة والجماعة regarding the one committing the major sins, and we said that the door of repentance is open for him, and we said that his wilayah and his relationship with Allah is based on how much faith and how much taqwa he has in his heart. And we refuted some of the aqaid كعقيدة الخوارج والمعتزلة, and we talked about some of the aqaid al-fasida, the corrupt creed of some groups like al-Khawarij and Mu'tazila, who say about the one who commits a major sin is lasting forever in the hellfire. And then we talked about Sahib al-Bid'ah, and those are Mu'tadi'un, Khawarij and Mu'tazila, Ashab al-Bid'ah. مسألة كفرهم أو خروجهم من الملة مسألة عويصة. It's an issue that it's not to be discussed here because it's not our concern. But we said that Sahib al-Bid'ah is more dangerous, or innovation is more dangerous than sin. Because Sahib al-Bid'ah, or the one, the innovator, thinks he's doing good, or he's doing fine with Allah Azza wa Jal. His amal يبدو له حسنات. His actions seem to him in his mind that they're good. There is nothing wrong with it. من هذا المنطلق جاء قولهم قول أهل العلم: صاحب البدعة لا يتوب أو لا توبة له, meaning that the one, the innovator, does not repent usually because he does not think he's doing anything wrong. But we finished by saying, as Shaykh al-Islam said, yet there are some who get guided and who repent, and Allah Azza wa Jal shows them the truth, and Allah Azza wa Jal guide them, and they actually prosper, and a lot of those become a lot of Ahl al-Bid'ah who were so indulged in their bid'ah and their innovations. Once they repent and Allah Azza wa Jal guides them, they become very important assets to the Aqidah of Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah, and they become very influential, a lot of them. And that's why the ulama said, من عمل بما علم أورثه الله علم ما لم يعلم. Whoever acts upon what he learns, then Allah Azza wa Jal shall give him the knowledge of what he didn't know. Whoever acts upon what he learns, Allah will teach him what he did not learn, or what he did not know. And that is, then Shaykh al-Islam, he's trying, this saying, some say it's hadith, but actually, يقال, when we say يقال, أو العنعنة عن, we في علم الحديث أصول مصطلح, when you hear عن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم is different than قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. فقال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم أنت تجزم أن النبي قالها. when you say قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم وقال رسول الله, the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم said, and you're affirming the fact that whatever you're going to narrate has been said by the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم. But if you're not sure if what you're going to say about the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم is hadith or not, then لا يجوز, it's not permissible to say قال, because you're not sure if he was the one who said it. And that becomes a must, especially on the dua and people who invite to Allah and who convey the message of the Prophet ﷺ, especially when they know that the hadith, for example, is weak. When they know the hadith is weak, they cannot just say قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. They have to inform the listener that this is weak. And the way they do it, they would say, for example, عن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. يعني يروى عن النبي. It's been said that the Prophet ﷺ. So this gives the impression that we're not sure if the Prophet ﷺ said that. We need some research. We need some asking of the people or specialists in this ilm. That's very important. للأسف, very sad where you find dua and khutaba and aimma who take the minbar and take the mic and take the stage, and he will talk for 2 hours, base his speech on one hadith, and then this hadith is fabricated or موضوع or مكذوب على النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. هذا من قلة الورع. هذا دين. فلينظر أحدكم عمن يأخذ دينه. That if you want some health, you have health problems, you seek the best doctors. You want an accountant, someone to take care of the account or your account, you ask about good accountant. Anything, you want even plumber, you ask about good plumber. ما بالك في الدين تسأل من هب ودب. When it comes to the matters of the deen, you ask whoever comes your way, whoever got a beard, whoever. أعرف بعض الإخوان, some of the brothers, new in Islam, or new Muslims, but new into the practice. Hardly can recite Al-Fatiha. And mashallah, التزموا and grow their beards long, and they decide to go for Umrah, a couple of them. They're still learning. Fatiha they cannot even recite properly. And they are in the Haram in Mecca and Medina, and people stopping them to ask them fatawa. To ask them questions about their Umrah, and I did this, and I did that. هذا من الجهل. This is ignorance that we need to be aware of. هذا الدين علم. This deen علم, knowledge. So make sure you know who you're taking your knowledge from. Very important. والحق لا يعرف بالرجال إنما الرجال هم الذين يعرفون بالحق. The truth is not known through individuals or by individuals, meaning that certain individuals are not tags of the truth or for the truth. Oh, so and so, anything he says got to be the truth. لا. فكل يؤخذ منه ويرد عليه. Everyone we take from and everyone we reject from. إلا صاحب هذا القبر كما قال مالك. لكن الرجال هم الذين يعرفون بالحق. It's the men who should be or the men who should be known for the truth. When someone keeps telling the truth and he's on the sunnah and he follows Quran and sunnah, قال الله قال رسوله, we take from him. But does not necessarily means everything he's going to spit out or he's going to say is the truth. So it's very important to understand that. So when we talk about weaker hadith, or you hear a hadith, search, find out, don't take it for granted, especially if you don't know who the speaker is, especially you don't know who the writer is. Very important. There are people who make up a hadith, and they think they're pleasing Allah through that. ومنهم رجل يسمى ابن أبي مريم، فإنه كان يضع الحديث على النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. معظم حديث most hadith that are in the virtues of specific surahs in the Quran are fabricated. موضوعة. ترى بعض التفاسير in the beginning of each surah he will give you a hadith about the virtue of that surah. If you read this surah 70 times this happens, and if you read it 30 times this. هذه معظمها موضوع. hadith talk about the virtues of specific surahs are very, very few compared to what's out there and made up. فأحد مشايخ البخاري رحمه الله heard about this man and he narrates these hadith right and left. So he searched for him until he found him. He found him in a dark room, writing, making up a hadith. He said, I heard you narrate these hadith. Who did you narrate them from? He said, كل عن جهية النجية عن جهية هذه, and with awful arrogance and attitude, he said, I made it up. He said, I made it up. When I saw people انصرفوا وانشغلوا بفقه مالك وأبو حنيفة أو أبي حنيفة أردت أن أردهم إلى الكتاب. I want to bring them back to the Quran. And I saw them got busy with fiqh. I want to get them back to the Quran. So I started making up these ahadith about the virtues of the Quran. قال له الشيخ لم يصلك أو يأتيك قول النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم من كذب علي متعمدا فليتبوأ مقعده من النار, أو من لم يقل علي ما لم أقل فليتبوأ مقعده من النار. Then you hear the hadith that the Prophet ﷺ says, whoever lies about me intentionally, then let him assume his place in the hellfire. I heard this hadith, سمعته ولكني لا أكذب على رسول الله بل أكذب لرسول الله. He said, I don't lie about the Prophet ﷺ, I lie for the Prophet. كأن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم يحتاج إلى من يكذب له إيصال دعوته. الله المستعان. So that's why هذا كلامنا فمن عمل بما علم أورثه الله علم ما لم يعلم، إلى أنه من كلام عيسى عليه السلام، عيسى بن مريم عليه السلام. and some say يعني prophet ما ثبت عن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. Then Shaykh al-Islam rahimahullah brings some ayat as a proof that someone could be far away misguided, and then Allah Azza wa Jal guides him and bring him back to the truth and give him more. يقول والذين اهتدوا زادهم هدى وآتاهم تقواهم. And those who got guided, who went to you're guided after misguided. Those who are guided, those who got guided, Allah زادهم هدى. He increased them in guidance. وقوله ولو أنهم فعلوا ما يوعظون به لكان خيرا لهم وأشد تثبيتا وإذا لآتيناهم من لدنا أجرا عظيما ولهديناهم صراطا مستقيما. هذه كلها آيات يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وآمنوا برسوله يؤتكم كفلين من رحمته. Or you believe, fear Allah and believe in His Messenger. فشهد لهم صلى الله عليه وسلم فشهد لهم سبحانه وتعالى بالإيمان في صدر الآية ثم أمرهم بالإيمان. يقول الله عز وجل يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وآمنوا برسوله. من لم يؤمن بالنبي صلى الله عليه وسلم أصلا ليس بمؤمن. Who does not believe in the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم is not to be called مؤمن. Yet Allah عز وجل addressed in the beginning of the ayah يا أيها الذين آمنوا. وكما قال ابن مسعود إذا سمعت قوله تعالى يا أيها الذين آمنوا, if you heard or you hear the saying when Allah says oh you who believe فأصغِ السمع, and pay attention. فإما أمر يأمرك به أو منكر ينهاك عنه. ابن مسعود رضي الله عنه من أم عبد الله أحد العبادلة, he said if you hear Allah saying يا أيها الذين آمنوا stop, pay attention, because what's about to come after either a command that Allah Azza wa Jalla gonna command you to do or something munkar that Allah about to forbid you from doing. ما قراءة نحن الآن في رمضان, القراءة هذه العشوائية ما هي مطلوبة. الأفضل and it's better to read with reflection. فلعلك تتفكر في آية تغير نمط حياتك أفضل من قراءة 10 سنوات. لعلك تقرأ, you read quiet, softly and gently with reflection, you might come across an ayah no one ever saw in it what you're seeing. هذا هو القرآن. Quran keeps giving. You might come across an ayah that connects very well with you, that could change your life, rather than reading the whole Mus'haf 20 or 30 times in the month. نحن نعلم روي عن الشافعي أنه كان يقرأ المصحف في شهر رمضان 60 مرة. الشافعي used to read the Quran 60 times in the month of Ramadan. One during the day, one time, ختمة at night. The bottom line is we are different than Shafi'i. We need to reflect. There is time to read so you can collect the ajr. والحسنة لا أقول ألف لام ميم حرف لكن ألف حرف لام حرف ميم حرف والحسنة بعشر أمثالها. Every letter you read you get 10 good deeds. That's fine. That has its time. But there should be also time for reflection. The Kitab Allah, غني. The book of Allah, got a lot of it for you. So Allah Azza wa Jalla here says, يا أيها الذين آمنوا شهد لهم بالإيمان. Allah testify for them to be believers. Says, fear Allah and believe in the messenger. But if they did not believe in the messenger, they cannot be believers. Yet Allah Azza wa Jal wants them to increase in iman, wants them to have more. So it's very important to understand that. يا أيها الذين آمنوا هل أدلكم على تجارة تنجيكم من عذاب أليم تؤمنون بالله ورسوله. تؤمنون, or you who believe. Shall I invite you to a business? أدلكم على تجارة save you from severe punishment. First order, believe. يعني increase your iman and preserve it and continue on. So Allah says here, oh you who believe, fear Allah and believe in His messengers, He will give you double of His mercy. يؤتكم كفلين من رحمته. كفلين. The reason it's kiflain and it's more than normal. You do wali, you do good, you get rahmah. But here you get double rahmah. وَيَجْعَلْ لَكُمْ نُورًا تَمْشُونَ بِهِ وَيَغْفِرْ لَكُمْ. And He will make a light for you to see or to walk and to live in its shade. Very important. ويقول الله عز وجل الله ولي الذين آمنوا يخرجهم من الظلمات إلى النور. Allah is the wali of the believers. He brings them out of the darkness to the light. Darkness to the light. ويقول قد جاءكم من الله نور وكتاب مبين. يهدي نور هنا رسول صلى الله عليه وسلم. قد جاءكم من الله نور, light has come to you from Allah. That's the Prophet وكتاب مبين, القرآن يهدي به الله من اتبع رضوانه سبل السلام ويخرجهم من الظلمات إلى النور بإذنه ويهديهم. فشوف, أخرجهم من الظلمات إلى النور ما يهديهم. This is very important. To understand this fact, and that is التصفية قبل التزكية. تصفية قبل التزكية. يقول الله عز وجل the beginning of سورة البقرة يعني الآية لا تحضرني الآن, وإذا قيل لهم لا تفسدوا في الأرض قالوا إنما نحن مصلحون. ألا إنهم هم المفسدون ولكن لا يشعرون. وإذا قيل لهم آمنوا كما آمن الناس قالوا أنؤمن كما آمن السفهاء ألا إنهم هم السفهاء ولكن لا يعلمون. فأنت ترى الترتيب مهم. First he addressed them, he said, if they were, and those are the hypocrites, if they were told, you see, the beginning of Surah Al-Fatiha or Al-Baqarah, talks about the three types of people. In the beginning, Alif Lam Mim ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابُ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهِ هُدًى لِلْمُتَّقِينَ, talks about the believers. Then it moves to talk about the kuffar. إِنَّ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا سَوَاءٌ عَلَيْهِمْ أَنذَرْتَهُمْ أَمْ لَمْ تُنذِرْهُمْ لَا يُؤْمِنُونَ. Then the next two pages about the munafiq. فأنت الكافر معلوم, الكافر well known, بس هو المنافق الذي لا تأمن مكره. نعم, منافق. وذكرنا عن الخوارج, تحقرون صلاتكم إلى صلاتهم وصيامكم إلى صيامهم وقيامكم إلى قيامهم يقرؤون القرآن لا يجاوز حناجرهم يمرقون من الدين كما يمرق السهم من الرمية. هو ما تدري أنت, you don't know what's in his heart, but in front of you he prays next to you and he fasts like you and this and that. And one of the things that destroying the ummah is those ilmaniyin, those secular people, that they want al-ibahiyya and they want to separate between the deen and the dunya. That destroys. Allah al-Musta'an, yani, as you see now in Libya, those liberals, they call them liberals, seculars, those very much لا دينيين أصلا. هو يعلم لو قال لا أؤمن بإله, يعني the society will reject. When it comes to a Muslim society, if he says, I don't believe in God, he will be rejected. So what are you going to say? He's going to come and say, I believe in God, but God in the house. I believe in God, God in the masjid. أما تعليم الدين وهذا, we want it to be implemented in the streets and in the universities. And لا. Oh, he can't come forward and say Allah. وهذا فعل أهل البدع, وهذا فعل الروافض الشيعة الاثنا عشرية, هذا فعلهم. يطعنون في أزواج النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم, ويطعنون في صحابة النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم, ويطعنون في سنة النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. هو ماذا؟ إيه هدفهم؟ هدفهم واحد, الطعن في النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. لكن ما يقدر يجي ويقول النبي كذا وكذا صلى الله عليه وسلم. فهو he gonna accuse his companions, he gonna talk ill about his wives, he gonna reject his sunnah. But his main goal at the end, هو in his heart, he wants to attack the Messenger صلى الله عليه وسلم himself. But he knows if he comes forward and say, he will be exposed. بس الله عز وجل غالب على أمره. Allah will expose them without that, and he has exposed them. He will talk, Syria destroyed, and Muslims killed. لا تحزن إن الله معنا. يكفي, it's enough fruit of what's happening in Syria that حزب الله والعزى is exposed. هذا الرجل حسن نصر الله, that at one point the Muslims were looking up to him as he's the savior. رجل يعزي حكومة سورية بمقتل طغاة. He came out, we haven't heard him condemning anything. And then he comes out to give his condolences to the Syrian government for the death of the Minister of Defense. Hundreds, I don't know, 100,000 people already killed, or 20,000 as they say, 20,000. Wallahu a'lam, Allah ya'lam. It's more than that. We didn't hear him coming out to give condolences. Amma for those tyrants and killers and murderers, and those are the ones who give the orders. He comes to give condolences. Alhamdulillah, awalan wa akhiran, wa zahiran wa batinan. Then, so al-fasad, Allah Azza wa Jal first about the munafiqeen, وَإِذَا قِيلَ لَهُمْ لَا تُفْسِدُوا فِي الْأَرْضِ. When they're told not to spread corruption, they say, we're doing good. We're not doing any of corruption. We want modernism. We want people to be civilized. They push for mixing environments. They push for women becoming like men in everything. They push for nightclubs. They push for this. They push for that. ما نريد الإصلاح. ما نريد الفساد. إحنا نصلح. كما قال موسى ما أريكم إلا ما أرى. فرعون إني يقول لبني إسرائيل للأقباط إني أخاف أن يبدل دينكم ويظهر في الأرض الفساد. أبا موسى هذا فرعون الطاغية, Pharaoh, who enslaved people and killed the boys of Bani Israel every other year and this and that. Then Musa alayhi salam comes to invite them to Allah, so he gathers his people and he said, I'm afraid that he's going to change your religion. And since when Pharaoh is worried about people's religion? And I'm afraid that he will corrupt the earth. Musa is all he's asking for, let the people go. Stop killing them and murdering them and enslaving them. فهذا كما قال قوم لوط إنهم أناس يتطهرون. About Lut alayhi salam and those who followed him. When he came to invite them, they tell them, you are the people who are pure. You claim purity. فسبحان الله, وهذا دائما في كل زمان ومكان, every time. So Allah Azza wa Jal, before you tell someone to do good, you must purify his heart from bad. If you have a glass of water, and it has some empty glass and it has some dirt in it, some sand, you're not going to pour the water over the sand and then try to clear the sand. Same thing with the heart. The heart, before you pour good in it, you have to clean it and cleanse it from the bad. So it doesn't, the pure cannot be in the same heart with the dirt. كما قال ابن القيم رحمه الله, when he talked about music and مزامير الشيطان and the speech of الشيطان and the words of الرحمن, he said في قلب مؤمن لا يجتمعان. They cannot be combined in his nuniyah. They cannot be combined in one heart, the words of the shaitan and the words of الرحمن. So that's why the beginning was لا تفسدوا في الأرض وإذا قيل لهم لا تفسدوا في الأرض. First stop your corruption, then وإذا قيل لهم آمنوا كما آمن الناس. And then when they're told to believe like believing or the people believe. So first we need to cleanse this heart from all contamination. And then we can bring the iman and the deen clear. And don't think the cleansing يعني you have to go through. لا, تصدق مع الله عز وجل. And we will see that one of the most important actions of the heart is sidq. Actually, sidq is what differentiates between mu'min and munafiq, as we will see in this book inshallah. وهذه الآيات يعني وشواهد هذا كثيرة في الكتاب والسنة. يعني about those who get guided, Allah Azza wa Jal guides them and increase them in guidance. Then he said, وكذلك من أعرض عن اتباع الحق الذي يعلمه تبعا لهواه فإن ذلك يورثه الجهل والضلال حتى يعمي قلبه عن الحق الواضح كما قال تعالى فلما زاغوا وزاغ الله قلوبهم والله لا يهدي القوم الفاسقين وقوله تعالى في قلوبهم مرض فزادهم الله مرضا وقال تعالى وأقسموا بالله جهد أيمانهم لئن جاءتهم آية ليؤمنن بها قل إنما الآيات عند الله وما يشعركم أنها إذا جاءت لا يؤمنون ونقلب أفئدتهم وأبصارهم كما لم يؤمنوا به أول مرة ونذرهم في طغيانهم يعمهون. وهذا استفهام نفي وإنكار أي وما يدريكم أنها إذا جاءت لا يؤمنون وإنا لنقلب أفئدتهم وأبصارهم كما لم يؤمنوا به أول مرة على قراءة من قرأ إنها بالكسر. He's saying rahimahullah just exactly the same way that someone whom Allah guides, Allah will support him and keep him firm and increase him in iman. Someone who decides to reject the truth, he decides to reject the truth, Allah Azza wa Jal gonna get him indulged more and more, deeper and deeper in his falsehood. Jazaan wifaqa. Who chooses, who you present the truth to him and he knows it is the truth and he rejects it, Allah Azza wa Jal as a punishment will get him deeper in his طغيان and his غي. فالجزاء من جنس العمل. That's why he says فلما زاغوا أزاغ الله قلوبهم. When they decided to reject the truth and deviate, Allah Azza wa Jal got them even deeper with their deviation and with their misguidance. ويقول في قلوبهم مرض. في قلوبهم مرض. The disease is already in their hearts. وهذا here disease يعني مرض الشبهات. في قلوبهم عندك مرض شبهات ومرض شهوات. مرض شهوات يعني desires. أما مرض الشبهات, this is that when we talk about shubuhat, we're talking about raib, shak, doubt in the deen of Allah. Mu'min, we already established the sabiqun wal muqtasidun could commit sins. Okay? Could have something, but Allah will erase it for him because of his deed. But those people have marad in their hearts, marad fil aqeedah, marad fil asl, marad shubuhat, disease in the foundations, in the fundamentals, disease of doubt and uncertainty or uncertainty about the deen. They're uncertain. So those people, once they have that disease, Allah Azza wa Jal increase them. فالكافر يزداد كفرا والمبتدع يزداد بدعة والطاغية يزداد طغيانا. يقول الله عز وجل, وزير شيخ الإسلام says وكذلك من أعرض عن اتباع الحق الذي يعلمه تبعا لهواه. Some people reject the truth because they don't think it's the truth. هذا over and over you try. Some people know it's the truth, but he rejects it because of his desires, his whims, the hawa. Okay, so we need to differentiate between someone rejecting the truth because he does not think it's the truth, or it's not clear to him, and someone rejecting the truth because of his own hawa. He knows it's the truth, and he knows you have a point, but he rejects it. وَكَفَرُوا بِهَا وَاسْتَيْقَنَتْهَا أَنفُسُهُمْ ظُلْمًا وَعُلُوًّا. The truth came to them, they rejected it. But they knew, استيقنتها أنفسهم, they knew inside In their hearts it's the truth. But they rejected it out of arrogance. And out of oppression. هذا different than this. And we talked about صفية زوج النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم رضي الله عنها بنت حيي بن أخطب, and her father and his brother were rabbis, we use the terms today, were religious people, Jews, big time. And when the Prophet ﷺ reached in Medina, Huyay ibn Akhtab went to see him, check out. And Safiya stayed with her uncle. So after he saw him, he came back. And Safiya radiallahu anha narrates the story. She was a little girl then. So her uncle asked her father, who went to do some surveillance. He said, "Ahuwa huwa?" قال huwa huwa. The one we find in our books, the same one. In the books of the Jews and the Christians, there is exact description of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and they knew it. بس هذول اليهود بدلوا دينهم. They changed their religion. هم يعني عباد هوى. They worship their hawa and their desires. So her uncle tells her father, "It's him. He said him. He said the one in our book. He said the one in our book." فقال عمها فما أنت فاعل? What you gonna do? قال لأقاتلنه ما حييت. I will fight him as long as I'm alive. وعلم أنه الحق. علم أنه محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. What you gonna do? What's the natural thing to do? Follow him. It's in our book. I will fight. يقول النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم about the desires and the hawa and the shahawat and the shubuhat, يقول فأيما قلب أشرب نكتت فيه نكتة سوداء فيصبح قلبه كالكوز مجخيا لا يعرف معروفا ولا ينكر منكرا إلا ما أشرب من هواه. هذه الشهوات and desires, when the heart absorbs it, when the heart accepts it, it will be put as a black dot in his heart. To the point where his heart becomes like a cup, but upside down. كالكوز مجخيا. You bring a cup and you flip it upside down. ايه هيحمل? What will it hold? Nothing. لا ينكر منكرا ولا يعرف معروفا. He sees the evil, he doesn't say anything about it. He knows the good, he doesn't invite to it. The only time he will speak, the ma'roof or the munkar, if it's in his favor. إلا ما أشرب من هوى. Oh, this is evil. If I say something about it, I can't get the job. So he will say. He comes, he doesn't care about ma'roof. He comes to you, and you're someone of deen, and you pray, and you fear Allah. In front of you, وقال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم وقال الله عز وجل ما شاء الله الحمد لله, carry mushaf in his hand and prayer right on the other hand, because he knows what you're interested in. He goes to someone who's away from the deen, his mouth, fault language, talks about this, women, clubs, Hello, women. So he's driven by his hawa. what happens to him? Allah Azza wa Jal will get him deeper. جزاء وفاقا. الجزاء من جنس العمل. كما تدين تدان وكما تحصد تزرع. وكما تزرع تحصد. What you sow you reap. What you plant you collect. You pick. What goes around, as they say in America, comes around. ها؟ وأقسموا يقول الله عز وجل في قلوبهم مرض فزادهم الله مرضا. هذه في أي سورة؟ في المنافقين. In their hearts already the roots of the disease, Allah Azza wa Jal prosper it for them. So let's start. So don't say Allah misguide people. لو علم فيهم خيرا لهداهم. If Allah knows there is good in them, He would have guided them. But some people sharp. ويقول, He mentioned the ayah, وأقسموا بالله جهد أيمانهم لئن جاءتهم آية ليؤمنن بها. العلماء كفار قريش, they swore to the Prophet ﷺ, that if he brings them a dalil or an ayah is a sign. If he brings them a proof on his message, they'll believe. طيب أي آية أكبر من كتاب الله? Is there an ayah and a sign proving his prophecy sallallahu alaihi wasallam bigger than the book of Allah? So Allah Azza wa Jal wants to expose them. So He puts it in a very beautiful and very clear picture. He says, وَأَقْسَمُوا بِاللَّهِ جَهْدَ أَيْمَانِهِمْ لَإِنْ جَاءَتْهُمْ آيَةٌ لَيُؤْمِنُنَّ بِهَا. They swore and many oaths and many swears that you bring us a sign, we'll believe in you. طَرِيبَ آدَمْ قَمَرٍ شَقٍّ. Allah split the moon. They asked for the moon to split. Allah split the moon. They said magic. They said we wait few days for people to reach Mecca who were traveling and we will ask. They come, they ask them, They said, Allah, yeah, such and such night we saw the moon split. If he was a magician, a magician only can influence people around. Cannot do magic here and trick someone in Mozambique. Rejected. قل إنما الآيات عند الله. وهذا كمال العبودية للنبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. Allah tells him, say, الآيات come from Allah, not from me. Don't ask me. أنا messenger, أنا عبد لله. لا تطروني كما أطرت النصارى عيسى ابن مريم بل قولوا عبد الله ورسوله. فقدم العبد على الرسول على الرسالة. وهذه العبودية as we will see أعلى منازل أعلى شيء يجمعك بينك وبين الله. The highest thing you can seek in your relationship with Allah is to be His slave. Do you believe it? The highest thing is to be a true slave to Allah. ومما زادني فخرا وتيها وكدت بأخمصي أطأ الثريا دخولي تحت قولك يا عباد وأن سيرت أحمد لي نبيا. We will understand معنى العبودية. Then Allah says, قل إنما الآيات عند الله. They came to him. They started asking, split the moon. He split the moon. They didn't believe. They saw the water coming out of his fingers. They didn't believe. Some little food will be enough for hundreds. Abu Hurairah radiyallahu anhu warḍah brings the Prophet ﷺ a cup of milk, leban. So the Prophet ﷺ, and Abu Hurairah is dying from hunger. Prophet ﷺ says, go check Ahl al-Suffah. Ahl al-Suffah, those are poor people who made hijrah to the Prophet ﷺ, but they were so poor that could not support or could not afford to have a house or a place to live, so they stayed in the back of the masjid. They used to sleep there and eat there. وهذا فيه دليل على أن الأكل والنوم في المسجد جائز. This is dalil that eating and drinking and sleeping in the masjid is permissible. They used to sit there, eat and drink. والصفة من معانيها يعني the reason they're called الصفة is because كان فوقهم يعني فوقهم عريش. You know the sea or the roof on top of them. You know what kind of roofs they had. هذه تسمى صفة. بعضهم قال من الصفة يعني من الأصفياء. So he went, Abu Hurairah. He was hungry, and a cup of milk. So the Prophet says, go check Ahl al-Suff, call them. And يعني the ulama differ in their numbers, how many they were, but perhaps they were 300. So the 300 came, and they all drank from the same. And then the Prophet and Abu Hurairah narrates the hadith, and he said, I'm like, what's going to be left for me? Then he drank. Prophet told him, drink. He drank. Then he said, drink. He drank. Drink. He drank. Until he told the Prophet, I don't find any place for it in my stomach. I can't. Then the Prophet took him. وأبو هريرة نفسه يروي كان معه كيس bag of dates كان يأكل منه. He used to eat from it. So the Prophet ﷺ told him, يعني, the meaning, if I recollect exactly the narration of the hadith, don't count what's in it. Don't count what's in it. Or the Prophet ﷺ made dua for it or put his hand in it. I don't recollect exactly. فقال أبو هريرة فما زلت آكل منه حتى خلافة عثمان. Time of the Prophet ﷺ. خلافة Abu Bakr, 200+ years. خلافة Umar, over 10 years. And خلافة Uthman, he kept eating from the same bag. هذه بركة. You see the brothers come and say, you want me to go work halal job. How much are you going to pay? $300, $350. And I work here in the best grocery store. It's in the best location. Where? Liberty City. How much you make? I make $600. Wow. How many hours? 70. Did you ever divide 600 over 70? What, $8 and a bullet? Seriously. And the money is haram, but he does not understand. There is something called barakah. Ahl al-Kufr don't believe in barakah. That's why they always complain. Here's the land of opportunities and dream team, dream and this and that. But over 60–70% of Americans are in debt. Why? Because there is no barakah. This is a concept that only Muslims can understand. Barakah. Allah, ya akhwa, a brother said we used to generate 200,000 a week in his grocery. 200,000. He said we never found a penny to save. He said he lived that and he opened a small restaurant. He said he makes $700 a week and saves. You have to trust. This is one of the actions of the hearts that we're lacking. And we'll talk about it. He talked about it. وهذه العبادة التوكل على الله. To trust Allah. مش trust خلاص أنا يلا توكلنا على الله. First you leave the house. توكلنا على الله. سبحان الذي سخر لنا هذا وما كنا له مقرنين وإنا إلى ربنا لمنقلبون. توكلنا على الله. وبعدين كل شيء معصية لله. توكل على الله هذه عبادة قلب. And we will talk about what it means, the essence of التوكل على الله عز وجل, what it means to trust Allah. ولو أن أهل القرى آمنوا واتقوا لفتحنا عليهم بركات من السماء والأرض. قلت استغفروا ربكم إنه كان غفارا يرسل السماء عليكم مدرارا ويمددكم بأموال وبنين ويجعل لكم جنات ويجعل لكم أنهارا. So you want money? استغفر الله. You want kids? استغفر الله. والله الذي لا إله إلا هو. وأقسم هنا على هذا المنبر ولا أظنه حنثا. A brother came to me 3 months or 4 months ago. Or actually I went to give khutbah in University of Miami. And actually the brother was with us not last night, the night before, here. After the khutbah, he took me to the side and he said, what's the hukum of shar? What's the opinion regarding artificial insemination? يعني أطفال الأنابيب هذه. I said, before I tell you the hukum, and I did the same thing with someone in Philly. I said, before I tell you anything, do this. استغفر الله. والله قلت له قم في الثلث الأخير من الليل واسأل الله عز وجل الولد. الله يقول لو نسمع ولو تمعنا في كلام الله لعلمنا علاج أمراضنا. We would know the cure for all our diseases. قلت استغفروا ربكم إنه كان غفارا يرسل السماء عليكم مدرارا يمددكم بأموال وبنين. شوف الاستغفار. أنت تستغفر الله إيه؟ إحنا الآن in our minds when we say استغفر الله, when do we do it? When we sin. Only when we commit something haram, astaghfirullah. And we don't even mean it. We don't even mean it. And we say it, then we move on as if the maghfirah is given. فما أدراك. والله يا إخوة أنت تفكر غدا when you pray فكر في هذا. شوف أنت أذنبت. You committed haram in your life. And you said astaghfirullah. تبت إلى الله. أبت إلى الله. I repent to Allah. But think of this. Did He accept my forgiveness? Did He accept my repentance? And I said astaghfirullah, and I repented, I changed my way. Did He accept me? اسأل. فعقلك يكاد أن يطش. لو تفكرت وتمعنت and you focused, ما لك إلا أن تبكي. You will have nothing to do but to cry because you will never know until you meet Him subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's mad, we don't think that way. Istighfar became something on the tongue, that's it. Istighfar لازم يأتي من القلب. قلب الغافل talk as much as you want. So Allah Azza wa Jal here He says, you want money? Astaghfirullah. So it's not only for forgiveness. You want wealth? Astaghfirullah. You guys want rain? Astaghfirullah. You want children? Astaghfirullah. Wallahi ya ikhwan, 2 or 3 weeks later I saw this brother, he said my wife is pregnant. She got pregnant immediately. خلاص. ما هي معد. Allah Azza wa Jal قادر. Allah Azza wa Jal is capable. You just need to trust Him. This brother made word for him. Dua. He collected the dua from right and left and he started making them day and night, day and night. Allah Allah. The same thing in Phil. Brother, I've never seen him. I don't know why he picked me. He said the same question, subhanallah. He said, what's the Shara says about this? So when this guy asked me, I didn't have to think much. I said, do this. I needed Allah. Allah Kareem. Allah is very generous. Allah doesn't want to torture you. ما يفعل الله بعذابكم شكرتم وآمنتم وإذ تأذن ربكم لئن شكرتم لأزيدنكم. Allah Azza wa Jal decreed that if you show gratitude to Him and you're grateful, He will give you more. Thank you. Astaghfir. He will give you what you need. Try it. Same thing. How about this? I'll go pray in the last third of the night and ask Him. Oh, He says, Allah Azza wa Jal Himself said, that He comes down to the last third of the night. فيقول هل من سائل فأعطيه. Anyone ask you for something, I'll give him. وهذه أوقات خاصة. These are special times. Because when you get the 1 billion Muslims praying Tarawih and asking, هذا لا يعجز الله for Him to answer each one. لو أن أولكم وآخركم وإنسكم وجنكم كانوا على أتقى قلب رجل واحد منكم ما زاد ذلك في ملكي شيئا. لو أن أولكم وآخركم وإنسكم وجنكم كانوا على أفجر قلب رجل واحد منكم ما زاد ذلك من ملكي شيئا. لو أن أولكم يا عبادي لو أن أولكم وآخركم وإنسكم وجنكم أتوني على صعيد واحد فسألوني فأعطيت كل واحد منهم مسألته ما نقص ذلك من ملكي شيئا إلا كما ينقص المخيط إذا أدخل البحر. If the first and the last, the best and the worst, your ins and your jinn, all get together from the time Allah created Adam to the end of time, all these people come together in one place, and the jinn, and they ask Allah, each one asks Allah for something. And Allah gives each one what he asked for. It will not decrease the kingdom of Allah. As much as the needle, you stick it in the ocean and you take it out. How much did the ocean decrease? Nothing. Nothing. هذا فقط لضرب المثل. So someone will say, the needle, if you put it in, it's going to be wet. So if we keep doing that. Yeah, just to show you, it's nothing. Needle is not made to carry any water. فقط حاول. ومن يتق الله يجعل له مخرجا ويرزقه من حيث لا يحتسب. We didn't even try that. Who fears Allah, Allah will make it out. Don't say, and I quit my haram job once I get halal job. لا ينفع. لعل الله عز وجل ما يبعث لك this way. You have to trust Allah. This is not trust. Allah says if I leave the haram, He will, but you know, too many bills. هذا ليس توكل على الله عز وجل. So here they say, so that brother 3-4 months later, someone taps on my back. I didn't even remember him the first time to remember him the second time. So I turn around after Jum'ah, I see some guy crying. What happened? You lost your cat? Why are you crying? What happened? He gives me a big hug. Alhamdulillah, he was okay. He didn't hurt me. You guys know the last time someone hugged me, I ended up in the hospital. And I had 4 surgeries after that. Really true, it's not a joke. So, he said, my wife is pregnant. And then he told me who he was. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Alhamdulillah. Just put your trust in Allah Azza wa Jal. So here, لَإِنْ جَاءَتْهُمْ آيَةٌ لَيُؤْمِنُنَّ بِهَا. They want ayah. They ask many times. Qamar split. The moon split. They continue. To do that. Then Allah Azza wa Jal said, لَن نُؤْمِنَ لَكَ حَتَّى تَفْجُرَ لَنَا مِنَ الْأَرْضِ كُنْبُوَةً. We'll only believe in you when the ground starts gushing water. Get us water, streams coming out of the ground, we'll believe in you. أو تسقط السماء كما زعمت علينا كسفا. أو كسفا على القراءة. Or you start dropping the heavens upon over our heads in pieces. So if the heavens falling on your head, then you're going to have time to believe and then you're going to be dead. أو تكون لك جنة من نخيل وعنب فتفجر الأنهار خلالها تفجيرا. Or you will have gardens from palm trees and olives and this and that, and the rivers flowing through them. There are people who have that. He split the moon. If he gives you a garden, you're gonna شوف يعني. أو يكون لك بيت من زخرف من ذهب. Or you're gonna have a house from gold. Go to the golf. ما انتوا في الجولف. هم كانوا في الجولف. بيت من ذهب. One doctor tells me that his doctor friend worked, was treated in New York, treated some Amir from one of those countries, ما أكثر أمراهم, treated him, and the Amir liked him, so he asked him if he can join him as private doctor for the next 2 years. Because he told him you need to be treated for the next 2 years. And evaluation and this and that. He said, I accepted the offer, the doctor. He said, they're garbage cans from gold. أو يكون لك بيت من زخرف أو ترقى في السماء. Or you elevate in the sky. Some magicians elevate in the sky. They deal with the jinn, they elevate. شوف ولن نؤمن لرقيك, and even if you rise in the sky, we're not going to believe it unless حتى تنزل علينا كتابا نقرأه. طيب ما هو جايب لكم كتاب من البداية. He brought you, and we will not believe in your rising unless you bring us down a book to read. But he started with a book. All these things, if he does it, you won't believe. Until he brings you a book, he brought you a book. قل سبحان ربي هل كنت إلا بشرا رسولا. صلى الله على محمد. صلى الله على حبيبنا محمد. هل كنت إلا بشرا رسولا. I'm only a human. What are you talking about? Of course, in that, أو تأتي بالله والملائكة قبيلا. So, قل إنما الآيات عند الله وما يشعركم أنها إذا جاءت لا يؤمنون. وما يشعركم, Allah talks to us, to the people, to the believers. And how you know أنها إذا جاءت لا يؤمنون. شوف أنها هي, أنت you could say أنها or إنها. في قراءة أنها إذا جاءت لا يؤمنون, وفي قراءة إنها إذا جاءت لا يؤمنون. إنها جازمة. إذا جاءت لا يؤمنون. If Allah sends all these ayat, there is no way they will believe. وما يشعركم إنها إذا جاءت لا يؤمنون. There is no way they will believe. They chose the misguidance, there is no way they're going to believe. على قراءة أنها بمعنى ربما. وهذا من جمال القرآن كتاب الله. Allah عز وجل then says in the ayat, the same ayat, وَنُقَلِّبُ أَفْئِدَتَهُمْ وَأَبْصَارَهُمْ كَمَا لَمْ يُؤْمِنُوا بِهِ أَوَّلَ مَرَّةٍ. We flip their hearts and their sight. كَمَا لَمْ يُؤْمِنُوا بِهِ أَوَّلَ مَرَّةٍ. كَمَا could mean one of two things. مثل فنقلب قلوبهم وأبصارهم, the way, because the way they did not believe in it, the same way they did not believe, because when they did not believe in it, the first ayah, their hearts were deviated. So we will get their hearts even more deviated again. هذا إن كان كما بمعنى مثل, similar. أو كما تأتي بمعنى سببية. نقلب أفئدتهم وأبصارهم لأجل أنهم لم يؤمنوا بها أول مرة. Because they did not believe in it the first time. We're gonna keep their hearts deviant. And keep their minds, their hearts deviated. وَنَذَرْهُمْ فِي طُغْيَانٍ يَعْمَهُونَ. And we leave them deeper in their عمى. وهذا استفهام نفي وإنكار، أي وما يدريكم أنها إذا جاءت لا يؤمنون وإنا لنقلب أفئدتهم وأبصارهم كما لم يؤمنوا بها أول مرة، على قراءة من قرأها بالكسر. إنها بالكسر تكون جزما بأنها إذا جاءت لا يؤمنون، ونقلب أفئدتهم وأبصارهم كما لم يؤمنوا بها أول مرة ونذرهم طغيانا يعمهون. ولهذا قال من قال من السلف كسعيد بن جبير وعبد الله. هذا سعيد بن جبير قتله الحجاج، الحجاج بن يوسف. search for سعيد بن جبير for a long time. سعيد بن جبير هذا كان من علماء التابعين المسلمين. لما مات ودفن قالوا ذهب معه نصف العلم. And he was there. They bring him to الحجاج، حجاج بن يوسف. He tells him, Mister, what's your name? He says سعيد بن جبير. قال بل اسمك شقي بن كسير. شقي عكس سعيد، كسير عكس جبير. He flips the name. سعيد happy, felicitous. بن جبير. جبير the sound one. Sound يعني not broken. سليم. So الحجاج your name is شقي, the miserable, son of the broken. قال له my mother knew what she named me better than you. هذا الحجاج. تعرف مين الحجاج؟ واحد ينسى اسمه أمام الحجاج. Person forgets his name in front of الحجاج. حجاج مر على رجل جالس فقير شحات beggar in the street. حجاج passed by him. He said, what do you think of الحجاج? He didn't know الحجاج. He didn't know this guy الحجاج. He said, what do you know about him? What do you think? قال ظلوم جهول. ظلوم جهول. Oppressive, ignorant, arrogant. So الحجاج told him, you know who I am? So the man said, who are you? He said, I'm الحجاج. So the man tells الحجاج, you know who I am? So الحجاج told him, who are you? He said, أنا مجنون هذه القرية. I am the crazy man from this village. حجاج. لما تأتي اسم الحجاج لا تعرف اللحم من الدجاج. When the Hajjaj name comes, you don't differentiate between beef and chicken. So he tells Sa'id ibn Jubayr, بل اسمك شقي بن كسير. قال بل أمي أعلم بما سمت. فمر به. قال خذوه فاقتلوه. He tells his son, go take him, kill him. قتل الناس عند الحجاج كقتل الدجاج. The way you kill chicken is killing people in the sight of al-Hajjaj. He doesn't kill. He said, he killed Sahaba. He killed Abdullah ibn Zubayr. Al-Hajjaj, with the cannon, not the cannon, with the al-Minjaniq, the caterpillar, he hit the Kaaba. He destroyed part of the Kaaba. He bombed Kaaba in their language then to take over. He doesn't kill. So he tells his son, kill him. So while they're taking Sa'id ibn Jubayr to kill him, he laughed. He laughed. So he said, bring him back. He said, why are you laughing? He said, I laugh at your arrogance before Allah. I laugh about your arrogance. على تكبرك أمام الله عز وجل. How arrogant you are. Who do you think you are compared to Allah? And then he says, and I will be the last one you kill. Sa'id ibn Jubayr tells al-Hajjaj, I will be the last one. He tells him, I killed better than you. He said, that's why they were better than me and they forgive you. But I'm making dua for Allah Azza wa Jal to destroy. He kills Sa'id ibn Jubayr. 15 nights after that, every night he sees Sa'id ibn Jubayr in his dream, holding to his neck. He will wake up, Mali wa Sa'id ibn Jubayr, Mali wa Sa'id ibn Jubayr. 15 days after killing Sa'id ibn Jubayr, Al-Hajjaj died. ألا إن أولياء الله لا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون. أنت تعرف ليه الفرق بين لا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون؟ ليه ما قال لا يخافون ولا يحزنون؟ إنه في فرق. ألا أو إن أولياء الله لا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون. لا هم يحزنون ولا خوف عليهم، يعني لا يخاف عليهم. مش يعني هم لا يخافون، هم يخافون. لأن أولياء الله يخافون الله، يخافون الله، لكن لا يخاف عليهم. You don't worry about the awliya of Allah. Don't worry about the awliya of Allah. Allah Azza wa Jal will take care of them. He's telling you, لا خوف عليهم. Don't worry about them. ولا هم يحزنون. We will talk about al-huzn. Al-huzn, one of the actions of the hearts that Sharia came to reject. There's some type of grief rejected, as we will talk. But they should not grieve. Awliya of Allah do not get sad. Especially the grief that will hold him back from action. Prophet ﷺ was sad for the death of Ibrahim. But we will talk about the huzn. But لا يخافون إلا الله عز وجل. But لا يخاف عليهم. لا خوف عليهم يعني لا يخاف عليهم. هم يحزنون ولا يحزنون. هم they shouldn't grieve, but they should be scared. Allah Azza wa Jalla. So سعيد ولهذا قال من قال من السلف كسعيد بن جبير وغيره إن من ثواب الحسنة الحسنة بعدها وإن من عقوبة السيئة السيئة بعدها. That's why then he says how believers, when they're guided, Allah increase them in guidance. The people who reject the truth, Allah get them deeper and more in there, and He will mislead them more. في قلوبهم مرض فزادهم الله مرض. In their hearts disease, then Allah increased the disease in their heart. So Sa'id ibn Jubayr and others said, looking into this بالاستقراء إن من ثواب الحسنة الحسنة بعدها. From the reward of a good deed is Allah Azza wa Jal will give you tawfiq to do another good deed after. And increase. And one of the punishment of a bad deed is the next bad deed after. وهذا الملاحظ. When the person, the believer, when he commits bad deed, he repents. How many sins brought the person into the Jannah, and how many ta'at brought the person in the hellfire. Someone commits sin and his heart shakes and tranquil and humble and repent and return to Allah, and it's the reason for him to enter Jannah. Someone makes ta'at, go make hajj or give sadaqah, and he feels so much pride and arrogant and he thinks he did too much and he's entitled, take him straight to the hellfire. This in the condition of those who want guidance and those who want or who reject the guidance. Those who get guided, when they do something good, Allah give them the tawfiq to do the next good. But if they do something bad, Allah will help them to repent. But when someone, his way is to reject the truth, when he does something bad, he will follow it with another bad. So don't be surprised when you see Taghiya doing worse and worse. Now we ask ourselves sometimes, this guy got all this money. Why he still steal from the government? This minister and this wazir and عنده قصور وبيوت وطيارات وسيارات وبطارات وحمير He got everything, airplanes and this and that. Why he still oppress the people? هذا الله عز وجل هذا في قلبه مرض, in his heart disease, as a punishment Allah is increasing him in it. أنت when those طغافل like Mubarak, and that when they find $70 billion in what? That he use $100 bills instead of towels and tissues. He won't run out. Why? That's why. That's why. That's why. Because they rejected the truth and they rejected the right way. So Allah Azza wa Jal got them in, they got themselves first to begin with in the wrong way, and Allah Azza wa Jal paved it for them all the way. And if he continued to be in power, most probably he will have them. Not like this bin Ali. Wallah, he gonna return the money. La wallah. Yani, money in your hand and now you want to return it. Yani, you got a choice. He decided now to return it. فهمتكم. ايش فهمتنا؟ بعد ما ذبحناك. يعني الآن فهمتكم. He comes on when he sees people upset. Now I understood you. شو I understand now? بعدين. So it's very important to understand the sunan and the laws and the nawamis and the rules of Allah in His creation. هذه القوانين القدرية والكونية. We must understand it to understand what's happening. To understand what's happening. And once you understand what's happening, Allah, if we were to understand the laws of Allah Azza wa Jal in His creation and in His universe, in this world, we will understand and we will be able to depict and predict and anticipate and foresee what's going to happen. Easy. We will be able to figure it out before it happens. Now, not exactly until the future, لا. But Allah Azza wa Jal له سنن لا تحابي أحدا, لا تتبدل ولا تتغير. Allah Azza wa Jal has laws, do not side anyone. Laws. You do this, the law says you get this. These sunan do not change, do not get tampered with, do not replace, do not get replaced. وَلَن تَجِدَ لِسُنَّةِ اللَّهِ تَحْوِيلًا وَلَن تَجِدَ لِسُنَّةِ اللَّهِ تَبْدِيلًا. قولوا قولي هذا واستغفر الله لي ولكم وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد. جزاكم الله خير. الحمد لله رب العالمين. السلام عليكم.